Hey guys, it's yours truly coming back at you all with it. Who am I kidding? You guys asked for a dinosaur deck that's meta, and I'm gonna give you a dinosaur deck that's meta. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, this specific dinosaur deck, it is synchro designed for going first as well as going second. Usually one of the decent boards that dinosaurs can end on without this engine is like a Dulca, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and a Pancratops, or Baguska, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and Pancratops. The issue behind that is that you basically only get two monster effect negates and then two forms of disruption, but that field does not protect against spell and trap card play, such as if your opponent plays evenly or Raigeki, Darkhold. Those fields do not protect against that, especially depending on which mode you put the monsters in. Lightning Storm then becomes an issue as well. So I designed a going first synchro variant as well as being able to go second. So if you go first in the form of Borreload Savage and the Herald combo, you'd be able to cut off the graveyard from your opponent, being able to put resources in the graveyard and then combo off, as well as have two negates on board. So cutting out the graveyard from your opponent, being able to utilize that, and then having two negates on board, I feel is way more powerful. As well as going second, being able to potentially pop up to 4 cards and then end on a true king of all calamities, I feel is a better going second play. So that's what I designed this version of Dinosaurs to do, being able to prevent your opponent from effectively playing Yu-Gi-Oh going first, and if you go second, being able to break some of those troublesome boards. And as you guys can see in the side deck, you have multiple cards to assist you with that if need be. And let's get right down to all of our card choice, well, all of my card choices. But like I always tell players, you play what works for you. If you have a great deal of success playing certain cards, you play those cards because they work for you and your play style. For my play style and how I play the cards that work best for me because I know how to utilize them, versus the different variants of decks, combinations, monster effects, etc. You play what works for you. Don't let no one dictate to you and tell you that you have to play a card. You do not have to play anything you don't want to. You play what works for you. We go to Ash Blossoms, 2 Baby Ceratosaurus, the 1 Despot for your combo engine, your Pancratops, 2 Dogoran, which is excellent. If your opponent sets up like an infinite negate board, they would usually have the Miss Valley Bird attached to the link 3. You would just Dogoran, get rid of that, no more infinite negates. They just have 2 negates on board in the form of usually Infinity and the Apex Avion. Then you go 3 Effect Veilers, because what deck doesn't play monster effects? 1 Giant Rex, because it's easy to banish. You have multiple ways of banishing it in the deck to be able to special summon it back. 1 Alio, this helps you get into your Haka Fibrax combo to go into the Synchro engine, whether you go in first or second. The Olion, self-explanatory. 3 Miscellaneous Saurus, so you can protect your dinosaurs from your opponent activated effects, as well as get your Alio to the field to go into your Haka Fibrax combo. 1 Overtax, just 1. Even though it can negate spell and trap cards, you don't want too many high level monsters to pick up a potential Bricktan, so 1 is just fine. You can easily send it to the graveyard off Foolish and then get a pill, or return 5 of your banished dinosaurs back, special summon them, and then if he leaves the field via an effect, then you still get your pill. Then we're playing 3 Petrodons, and I'll explain the combination with the Baby Ceratosaurus and Petrodon along with the True King, so you can understand how that works. The 1 Oviraptor, because we can only have 1, he is excellent, able to get you any dinosaur monster from your deck to your hand or send it to the graveyard. Plus he can then pop a level 4 lower dinosaur monster on the field and then special summon back a dinosaur monster from your graveyard, meaning that you can special summon back your Ultimate Conductor Tyranno from the graveyard, your Kaiju, basically any dinosaur monster back from your graveyard. And another thing too with Dogoran is if you use the pill to summon the Dogoran, then your opponent can't even kaiju your field because you would be in possession of a kaiju. That's just an interesting side note, so that if you don't want your field to get kaiju, you can just summon Dogoran off pill if you got access to Ultimate Conductor Tyranno through Oviraptor. And yeah, now you have a near unbreakable board unless your opponent plays something like Dark Ruler no more. The True King Vanisher and the True King Disaster, you play Vanisher because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fire monsters in the deck, so it's possible to use this banish effect, as well as you only need 1 fire monster and 1 earth, so that when you pop, you usually want to pop a baby Ceratosaurus or a Petrodon. That way you can get access straight to your Oviraptor straight from the deck and then combo off. And the same thing with Disaster. Disaster is better because you have more earth. You can pop 2 earth, where there's baby Ceratosaurus and Petrodon. Any combination of both of them at the same time, or either or, and then you just combo off. You get access to your Oviraptor and then another high level dinosaur. We're playing 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyrannos. You don't want to play too many. Easy beat stick, being able to disrupt your opponent, put all their monsters face down, and then just assault their field. While their monsters are face down, you can send them to the graveyard to burn them for 1,000, which is awesome. We're playing 3 Call by the Graves because you do play the Haka Fibrax engine to synchro summon, and you want to try to make sure that you can actually stop your opponent from disrupting that. There is also a Ritual level 7 monster that also has a, well, not a similar effect, but whenever your monsters are targeted by a card effect such as a Feg Veiler or Impermanence that's usually being played, you can also negate that. So you can also think about incorporating that in the side deck in case your opponent is playing a hand trap heavy base deck where they run, you know, probably 12 or more hand traps. You can incorporate that along with Call by the Grave to ensure that your combos go off, especially with Oviraptor. If that gets negged, then you know you can potentially be up the creek without the paddle and in a position to end up getting OTK'd. You play 2 double evolution pills. It's just to get you access to your Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, as well as, like I said, Dogoran if you need it. You're playing the 1 Diagram. This is so if you open up Terraforming, Diagram, and Baby Ceratosaurus or Petrodon, you just pop 1, get your True King, and get access to your Oviraptor. Foolish. 2 Fossil Dig because you can only have 2. You're playing 3 Lost World. Excellent. While your opponent controls that token, your opponent cannot target other monsters on the field with card effects. So if your opponent is playing like Noble Knights, they cannot equip the equip cards to their Noble Knight monsters once they control that token, and they can't target your dinosaur monsters for the card effects. The Pot of Adverse. The reason why we play this in here is because you play the Synchro engine and you want to make sure that you can go, when you utilize it, to go first turn Savage Herald, you're going to use up the Haka Fibrax and the Auradon, and you want to make sure that those combo pieces go back in the deck. So what you do is you go pot, you put the Haka Fibrax, the Auradon, the Despot 01, the O-Lion, and the Alio back in the deck. They would be the 5 that you choose to put back, and they're all your combo pieces, so that you would just summon another dinosaur and then just use Miscellaneousaurus effect again to get Alio to the field, and then you combo raid back off. So if you use Savage Herald, now you can go Maiden Coral into the 2 Vermilion to pop 4 and then end on your True King of all calamities. And it is also possible to make Trish inside this deck. So that's another option you have in case you want to banish. You play 1 Terraforming and then the 3 Infinite Impermanence, simply because it is a better Feg Veiler. It cannot get called by the grave, and you guys know if you set it, activated, all cards in that column effect are negated, which can come in handy. We play 43 cards in the main. Onto the extra deck, we play 1 Savage, 1 Coral Dragon, 1 Maiden, one Herald of the Arclight, one Pulse Dragon. The reason why we play this in here is because if you open up with the O-Lion, you would not be able to get the O-Lion off of Auradon's off the Auradon's effect to special summon it to the field. So we play the Pulse Dragon. When you get your 3 tokens and the Despot 01 comes back, you would synchro into this guy and then change his level to 2 and then synchro him with the 2 tokens so that you can still make your Savage Dragon. Even though you won't get the Arclight on the field, you would still end on your Savage Dragon. One Trish, your 2 Vermilions, your Dolka, your Baguska, excellent in this deck. True King of all Calamities, Borosword, Hakafibrox, Auradon, and the Pentasteg to pass defense. You have access to True King of all Calamities through the 2 Vermilions as well as your 2 True Kings in the main deck. For the side deck, you have 2 Ghost Ogres, and the side deck is optional. You can put in whatever you want. This is just worst case scenario depending on what you're facing. You go 3 Nibiru and 3 Ruler No More. So if you're playing those combo centric decks that, you know, they keep going off and they can recur and they can spam and they can set up, you go 3 Nibiru, 3 Ruler No More, so you can set up. You can take out the 3 Called by the Graves for the 3 Ruler No More, and you can also take out the Vanisher, the Diagram, and you can take out one of the Petrodons to facilitate 3 more, the 3 Nibiru, so you would have an even bigger hand drop lineup in addition to your 2 Ash, your 3 Effect Veiler, and your 3 Impermanence, which is 8, not counting the Dogoran, and then put in 3 more Nibiru, which would give you 11. And if you add in the Ruler No More, you go in second, you can just break your opponent's boards. Most of the most troublesome boards are monster effect based. You go Ruler No More, everything's turned off, and then you just go off on your opponent. You play 3 Pot of Extravagance, so you can swap out the Call by the Grave if it's not needed for more draw power, because you essentially don't even need your extra deck. You can swap out those combo pieces for more hand traps, such as the Despot 01, the O-Lion. You can swap them out for 2 Ghost Ogres, or you can swap out the Alio as well if you want, and you can add it in the Nibiru, or you can, when you take those 3 out, you can add in 3 copies in the Nibiru instead of the 2 Ghosts. It's all up to you. Play your preference. Play 3 evenly matched, because if your opponent locks you out of spell and monster effect base effects, you want to be able to still play Yu-Gi-Oh! And in order to break especially those heavy trap based boards, you evenly match is the way to go. Red Reboot, because numerous Solemns and as well as Lair of Darkness are annoying. And yeah, that's it for the deck profile, and on to the example videos. Alright, and for the first example duel, we open up real nice. Oviraptor we're gonna go, then I'm gonna summon the Oviraptor, and then since we have Miscellaneous Saurus and on, I'm gonna send a Giant Rex to the graveyard, activate Miscellaneous Saurus effect, and then go Alio so we can go into our Hakafibrox play. Because we use 2 dinosaurs, we always have access to summoning Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. That's why it's such an excellent opener. If your opponent stops it, you get access to your Ultimate Conductor Tyranno to at least have one form of disruption. So now we're gonna go Borrowload Savage and Herald. Since we don't know what our opponent's playing and we're going first, we want to cut off that graveyard, and I summon Savage in defense, and we're also going to put the Herald in defense because you want to turn off Lightning Storm so that it doesn't force you to negate. See what I mean? Now I don't have to negate. I still have my 3 counters, and my opponent now is forced to play his cards and get them negated. 1, and we have 1 more left. See that? And that's game. On to the next one. Okay, my opponent's going first, I'm going second. Rocket Tracer goes into Striker Dragon, probably add Field Spell, and it looks like he's playing a 60 card. Look like Dragon Link. Danger. Thunder Dragon. Oh boy. If you ask me my personal opinion, by seeing Thunder Dragon, Danger, what the hell, Luma the I'm gonna say my opponent, how to put it, is he really over exaggerated the build, because seeing the 3 different types, Thunder Dragons, Dangers, Rockets, they don't have a decent amount of synergy together, and with 60 cards that can cause a potential brick. Alright, our opponent summons Savage. No worries, Kaiju in hand. That's what he's there for. Let's see what kind of board he's even gonna end on. Oh, protection. He goes Dengetsu. Link into Masquerena. Instant fusion. Oh, Winda. Only one special summon. That isn't a bad field, but he's gonna have to do better than that. Let's Kaiju off that Winda. Let's get our token. And because we have 2 Earths, let's use the True King's effect. We're gonna pop the 2 of those. And then banish 3 from his extra deck. So we go Borrow Sword, Max, and Rainbow Neo. So, and then automatically get access to our Oviraptor. Now the best thing he can use the Masquerena's effect for is to go Saryuja. And that's the position we placed him in. See that? And that's what we want, because we want the power up effect of Saryuja for Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Alright. Let's summon Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. And then go to work. We're gonna put that Dengetsu face down. Let's get rid of that. Take out Saryuja. And I don't think we can attack with Oviraptor, so I'm gonna end my turn. He goes aloof, reborn. Oh, this is getting disrupted. He doesn't even have to worry about that. Masquerena. Alright. That ends his turn. My turn. Let's see what he does. Alright, battle. Now he wants to use the effect. Nope. I'm gonna pop that token. You're gonna leave her right there on the field. No, I'm not protecting that. And let's take her out. Leaves him with 1,000. And let's get rid of that face down. And that should be duel. Alright. Next one. Not a bad open at all. Oviraptor, of course. Let's send the Giant Rex to the graveyard since we already have Miscellaneousaurus in hand. Send him to the grave. Get the Elio and go into our Haka Fibrax combo. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to go into Borreload Savage, Herald, and end with Ultimate Conductor Tyranno as well. Tribute off Auradon and a token. Olion. Savage. Then we're going to chain block with Olion's effect. Auradon to equip. Arclight and Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. And then we're going to special summon back the Giant Rex so that we can actually trigger off Ultimate Conductor Tyranno's effect if need be. And we have Baby Cerosaurus in hand. Nope, negate that. Black Wings. Can't send anything to the grave from the hand or deck. There we go. Easy wins. Easy wins. On to the next one. And as you can clearly see, my opponent is selecting that I'm go first, so it isn't like I'm winning and then forcing to go first. They're choosing for me to do this to them. Alright, I added Miscellaneousaurus, and now I'm gonna send another Miscellaneousaurus to the graveyard. Get the Alio. Then we're gonna go into our Haka Fibrax combo. The reason why I sent the Miscellaneousaurus instead of Giant Rex this time is because when I summon the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, I want to make sure that he stays face up on the field and I'm able to protect it, as well as I have Call by the Grave. So even if my opponent has a hand trap, yeah, I should be able to do away with it. Now we're gonna go Savage, Defense. I'm going to keep those Lightning Storms off so that they don't force a negate. And because Lightning Storm is being played more heavily than Darkhold and Regeki, because it has not only monster destruction but spell and trap destruction for a better, option on consistency. Yeah, let's put him in defense and turn it off. My opponent sets one. Shard of Greed. Messenger of Peace. No, we're gonna have to use Herald's Effect because we want to pop that. If we just negate the play, then Savage Effect doesn't destroy and it would remain face up on the field. Oh, Twin Twisters. I'm gonna negate that. One face down and one Shard of Greed, no problem. Mirror Force, negate that. Petrodon, and then Ultimate Conductor Tyranno for game, and that's duel. Alright, I just passed my turn since we have two decent hand traps and a Dogoran in hand. Oh no, he looks like he's playing Ritual Chaos Max. Alright, let's go field spell. We're gonna summon the Alio. We just need to get the token in play so that we can pop either a Baby Ceratosaurus or a Petrodon from the deck, get access to our Oviraptor, get our Ultimate Conductor Tyranno to hand, and go to work. Alright, now we can go into our Haka Fibrax combo. This is just how easy this is to do. We're not gonna go Borreload, Savage, and Herald because this is going second. So we want to end on a really decent board, and knowing that he can potentially Ritual Summon the Chaos Max for an OTK, we're gonna go with ending on our Calamity. So we're gonna go Maiden, then we're gonna go Coral, and then we're gonna go Vermilion. We don't want to discard a card from our hand, so we'll just banish a Tuna. We're gonna special summon him back so we can synchro again for the next Vermilion. And then we're gonna pop. Banish the Coral Dragon, and then we're gonna banish our Alio. Gonna pop that. Gonna go pot. Gonna put back these 5. Because we want to access our Oviraptor always. We're gonna go True King of All Calamities, defense mode, so we can end on so that we can stop our opponent from attacking even if he does get the Chaos Max out. We're gonna get our Oviraptor back from our deck to the field, set 1, and end our turn. And we still have our Kaiju in hand along with Ash Blossom, Candle, special summon. Let's see what he adds. We're going to go light just to make sure that he can't attack. Summons his Chaos Max. Creature swap. You're looking for the OTK, huh? You carry the Oviraptor. That's fine. Can't attack though. Alright, now it's my turn. Attack mode. Let's see. We're going to destroy, because he's keeping me from my extra deck. Let's destroy the incantation he had on my field. We're gonna go Conductor Tyranno, bring our Giant Rex back. We're gonna pop the Rex, put everything face down. Oh crap, I summon I summoned the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno in the wrong zone, or else I could have made Pentastag. Let's just get our dashboard out. We can still recover from this. We can go Borrow Sword to ensure that we OTK. That should have been Pentastag with Conductor Tyranno to pass defense. Send that to the grave, send that to the grave, send that to the grave, direct attack for 3k, and do it all over again. And that's duel. On to the next one. Looks like buff my tip again. We know he's playing Chaos Max, so I'm gonna summon the O-line in attack mode and just end my turn. Defense position monsters means I would get hit with double damage. Since I only have Ash, well, I just used it. That was the best move to make to keep my monsters in. I'm gonna summon the token in attack position. I don't want to get hit with that double piercing damage. Now I can go Alio and then summon the Haka Fibrax. Because the O-line is in the graveyard, I can't go full combo. This was one of the things I explained if you opened up with O-Lion. So we're just going to go into Borrow Savage. We're going to get the Death Spot back. We're going to go into Pulse Dragon, turn him into a 2. We're going to make our Borrow Savage so we can at least have 1 negate. And we want to target the Ritual spell to keep the Chaos Max from coming onto the field. Then we're going to set 1 and pass. Let's see what he does. Return. Okay, we're going to remove the target with Call by the Grave. He goes Candle. Most likely to add the Chaos Max. Yep. We're going to negate that. Ooh, creature swap. Wow. Alright, he can have my Auradon. Most likely tribute off my Auradon to pop my Savage would be the best move. He did. I think I would have tribute off the incantation though and pop the Savage and left the Auradon in play, but it doesn't even matter now. Oviraptor, let's send Giant Rex to the graveyard so we can banish those two for our Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Get back our Giant Rex. Then we're going to pop the Candle. Thanks for the incantation, buddy. Then we're going to battle 35, and then we're going to make Baguska. And this is excellent. Baguska defense, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno defense, all monster effects negated. Summons anything, it goes to defense position and its effects will be negated. Plus, because Baguska puts everything in defense mode, when I start my turn and put Baguska in attack, I can put Ultimate Conductor Tyranno in attack. His monsters would still be in defense position, and that assists to not having to pop a monster from my hand to put all of his face down unless I need to, like, you know, negate some kind of troublesome effect, which Baguska is taking care of that right now, and my opponent decides to let time run out for game. And yeah, that's it for the example videos. That is the deck profile for Dinosaurs. I hope you guys enjoyed, and always, until next time, later.